A few days ago, you stopped at a petrol bunk. Maybe it was just another normal day. You asked for petrol. And then you looked at the meter. For a second, you felt the small pressure inside. Not shock, not anger, just that quiet tiredness of life becoming expensive again. Because petrol is just not petrol when it rises. Your whole month feels heavier. The same salary has to carry more weight and you still have to continue like nothing changed. That is how the middle class survives now. Not by feeling safe, but by adjusting quietly, again and again and again. The truth isn't hidden, it's just not explained. You were promised with a dream that was simple. Study hard, get a job, buy a house, raise a family, save money, retire peacefully. It sounded fair because you were never asking for luxury. You were only asking for safety, the kind of life where work gave you confidence, home gave you peace, and tomorrow did not feel like a threat. That was the promise, but slowly, the meaning of that promise changed. Today, even if you earn more than your parents did, you may still feel less secure than they were because they were trying to build ownership and you are trying to survive payments. Every part of your life comes with a due date. The roof above you, the vehicle you use, your kids' future, even your peace of mind. And slowly, the life that was supposed to mean stability becomes something you're constantly paying to protect for. You say your salaries are higher now. But salaries alone does not tell the truth. The real question is, how much life can your salary actually buy? Because if your salary increases and everything around you also rises faster, you're not really moving forward, you're just running harder. That is the strange part. From outside, your life may look better, with a better lifestyle, but only you know how thin the margin is. One emergency can disturb the whole month. One job loss can shake the whole family. One unexpected bill can push you into borrowing money. You may not look poor, you may not even look uncomfortable, but deep down, you know you cannot afford to stop. And that is not freedom, that is controlled survival. And here is a beautiful trap. Buying a house meant you were settled. That word has peace in it. Settlement safe, settlement respected, settlement your family had a place in the world. But today, a house is just not a dream, it is also a long promise to keep paying. The city gives you the job, but the same city makes staying near that job expensive. If you live close, you pay more money. If you live far, you pay with time. Either way, life takes something from you. And if you finally buy the house, you just do not get a home. You get a 20 or a 30-year responsibility. And once that responsibility enters your life, it does not stay only in your bank account. It enters your decisions. You start choosing safety over risk, silence over conflict, stability over desire, survival over freedom. Not because you stop dreaming, but because the payment cannot stop. The house gives emotional security, but the loan creates economic obedience. Then comes the most emotional pressure, your kids' future. You keep your own life, like your comforts, your dreams, and your plans on hold, because when it comes to your kids' future, you know it has to move. Because behind every decision, there is fear. What if they fall behind? What if one wrong school closes a door? What if one missing skill changes their future? And the market understands that fear very well. It does not sell only education. It sells confidence. It sells comparison. It sells urgency. It sells the feeling that if you don't pay now, your kids pay later. So you keep paying, not because you're rich, but because you're scared. And even after all that, nothing is guaranteed. A degree may come, a job may not. A job may come, but a stability may not. So you keep funding a race where the finish line keeps moving. And the fear just does not stop there. Today, a job was supposed to make you feel safe. That was the old belief. If you worked honestly and stayed loyal and kept improving, life would slowly become better. But today, even when you have a job, you don't fully relax. Somewhere in the back of your mind, there is always a second plan, a second skill, a second resume, and a second option. Not because you're always ambitious, but because you're not fully sure how long this job will protect you. Companies may not say it directly. They may use polished words like optimization, restructuring, cost cutting, but you already understand the meaning. Something is changing, and maybe one day that change may include you. So even after the laptop closes, the fear stays open. You keep learning, you keep checking, you keep preparing. What if I am next? And now AI has made the question even heavier. Not because AI will replace everyone tomorrow, but because it quietly changes how valuable your work feels today. It sits beside your career, like one uncomfortable question. How much of this can be done without me? And once that question enters your mind, your job no longer feels like security. It feels like something you must keep proving yourself for. Every month, every review, every target, every new change, Not just to grow, but to keep the life around you from shaking. That is the new reality. A job is no longer a guarantee. It is something you hold carefully because too much of your life depends on it. With all this weight on your shoulders, your income is not enough. That's when the credit system appears like a help. Buy now, pay later, upgrade now, pay monthly. At first, it feels like relief. You can manage today. You can handle the pressure. You can keep the lifestyle moving. But slowly, you stop buying with money. You start buying with tomorrow. Next month's salary is already divided. Future work is already promised. And the life you are living today starts taking money from the life you have not lived yet. That is the trap. Credit does not make you rich. It makes you look rich, while making you fragile. The system does not want you to be poor. It wants you to be paying. And that's how the middle class disappears. Not suddenly, not loudly, but quietly. One price rise, one payment, one emergency, 1 month at a time. Until one day, your life still looks middle class from outside, but inside, the safety is gone. You're earning, you're managing, you're surviving, but you're not free. You heard it. Now think about it. This is the null theory.